guys, and welcome back. We're going back to the upper body today. We're going to focus on a little bit of bent arm strength. So we're going to really feel it in our biceps and triceps, maybe around the shoulders. It's going to be really good. So let's get started. We're going to start in our tabletop position, warming up our wrists a little bit, just like we've done in the other times. So we're going to start walking a little bit front and back, moving the shoulders over the wrists and back. And then we're going to start activating here. So we're pulling our hands back, pulling the fingers away from each other and lifting up. Nice. One last time, really pulling the hands back, trying to touch the elbow with our fingers and releasing. Bring the arms, the fingertips out to the sides and rocking from side to side. Really pressing the fingertips in, pressing all the knuckles down onto the mat. And releasing, shaking it out a little bit. We're going to make fists. Try it first with a thumb on the outside. See how that feels. We're going to place our fists down onto the mat. Let's turn around to face you a little bit. And then we're going to roll onto the outside, the thumb side, and then roll onto the pinky side. So we're just rolling here through the wrist. If this feels okay, then maybe you want to tuck your thumb. So lock it really in your fist. When you do that, you're going to feel it a lot more here on the outside of the thumb. So we're just moving gently. There's no way to force anything here. We're just trying to activate our wrists, bring some warmth into them. Just rolling through. Nice. Maybe coming all the way down onto the elbows between. One more time. And then releasing, shaking it out a little bit. We're going to again place our palms onto the floor, pressing into the fingers. And then we're going to lift the thumbs and place them down. Lift the next finger and place it down. Lift the middle fingers and press it down, pressing all the other fingers down while we're lifting. Second to last. And the pinky. Nice. Then we're going to lift our thumbs, keeping the elbows under the wrists under the elbows. We're going to lift our thumbs and then we're going to bring our weight up towards the fingers and lower down. Bring the weight up and lower, keeping our thumbs off the ground, keeping all the other fingers pressing into the mat, lifting and coming back. If it's difficult, bring your knees closer, put less weight into it. And we're going one last time. And bring it back, sit down on your heels, shake it out a little bit. Nice. Then we're going to place again, hands into the mat. We're going to engage our shoulders a little bit. So we're going to lock our elbows so that the inside of the elbow is facing the front. And we're going to see if we can move our shoulder blades together and press them apart. Shoulder blades together and press apart. Shoulder blades together apart. Continuing to move here a little bit. Keeping the elbows straight. One more time. And straight. Nice. Press our hands into the floor. We're going to start coming into our bent arm a little bit. So we're going to keep our knees close, knees on the floor, and we're going to start bending, bringing our chest to the floor and pushing back up. Maybe even a little bit back towards the child's pose. So then we're bringing our chest forward and pushing back. Bringing our chest forward, pushing back. Do 2 more. Bring weight forward, push back, and move forward, and push back. Tuck your toes, come all the way back into your down dog. Pedaling out the legs here. Bring warmth into the ankles. Moving here a little bit up onto the tippy toes maybe. Nice. We're going to lean forward, kind of like coming into a plank, but we're going to lower our knees towards the floor so they're hovering above the mat. Then we're going to push off forward into the plank and back to down dog. So we're going to hover above the mat. Knees come down. I'm going to push off and forward into the plank and back to down dog. The knees are going to hover. We're going to push off, straighten the legs, and back to down dog. One last time. Knees are hovering. Shooting our weight forward into the plank. And back to down dog. Come down onto the knees and lower back into child's pose. Rocking into the hips if we need to. Come up onto our tippy toes, no, in our fingertips, Pressing the arms kind of into the floor, up on our fingertips so we feel a stretch into the shoulder. Just breathing here into the stretch. Nice. We're going to lift up, forward into our tabletop. We take a little bit of a look into our chaturanga. Hands up. We're going to start on our knees. And we're going to find a distance between our hands that feels okay. So we don't have to have a tiny distance and elbows glued to our sides. We're going to explore this a little bit. So we're going to start by where you feel challenged but comfortable. Elbows are going to face the back anyway, in any way you find yourself. Even if your arms are far apart, we're not bringing them out. The elbows out to the side when we bend, we're bringing them back. I like to keep my wrists under my shoulders, maybe a little bit, tiny bit out. So we're going to bring our weight forward into a plank on our knees. If you're feeling strong today, you can come up on your toes. We're going to look down and we're going to lower down onto our bellies and find any way up. If you are familiar with the push-up and are good at the push-up, feel free to do a push-up. We're going to do a couple of repetitions of this so you have time to explore and challenge yourself. So we're coming forward, lowering down, all the way down onto the belly, and finding any way up. And we're lowering down, trying to control the movement down, and find any way up. push up. If this feels really easy, start to add on, start to challenge yourself more. You can lower down and push up. One more. Lowering down all the way down onto the floor and push up and back to down dog. Well done. Pedal out the legs a little bit. Explore this movement a little bit. When you feel ready to look forward between your palms, jump or hop your feet forward, find your way halfway up, and release into that forward fold. Grab your elbows, rock a little bit side to side, a little bit front and back. Release the arms, pull yourself up vertebrae by vertebrae into standing, arms up overhead, and fold forward. Lifting up halfway, bring your palms into the floor. We're going to bend our knees, push into the floor, lift up with the right, up with the left, and we're going to lower. We're going to see if we can do it on our toes. We're just going to lower down all the way onto our belly, finding up to cobra, and pushing back, maybe through a child's pose or through all fours back to down dog. Now we're going to start adding a little bit on, doing something a little bit different. We're going to look forward between our palms, going to roll the shoulders a little bit in, and we're going to see if we can lower one arm down to the forearm, and then the other one as well. Then we're going to lift the one we lowered first, and lift the other one. So we're just moving a little bit from side to side. Then we're going to lower the opposite arm, and the next one joins, lifting and lifting. If this feels okay, and you're feeling strong here, and you want to add a little bit on, then we're going to see if we can lower both at the same time and lift up. Lowering both at the same time and lift up. One more time. Lowering both at the same time and lift up. Coming down onto your knees, shaking out those arms. Nice. That one's a tricky one, I know. You're doing great. It's the intention that's the winner here. We're doing the best that we can. That's all we can do. Coming back up, lifting back up to our down dog. Breathing here. And we're looking forward between our palms, and we're seeing if we can lower down into that dolphin pose. Bring our hips back. Walk our hands maybe a little bit closer to each other so they're right. The elbows are under the shoulders. Interlock the fingers. And we're looking forward at that fist that we just created. Then we're going to bring our weight forward. Bring our chin in front of that fist and push back. Bring weight forward, chin over wrist, and push back. If you only get forward halfway, that's more than enough. Just where we feel challenged, where we feel strong. Last one. Weight comes forward, and we're pushing back, coming down onto the knees, sitting down, shaking it out a little bit. If you're anything like me, you're starting to feel it in your arms a little. Feels good. We're getting some load. We're strengthening our arms here. maybe in a different way than we're used to. Shake it out. And bring your arms out in front. Lift up into your down dog. Moving here, pedaling out the legs. Arms might be starting to get tired. When you're ready, bring your weight forward into your plank. Holding your plank there. And we're going to step both arms one step forward so that our wrists are in front of our shoulders. And we're holding it there. Nice. And we're going to lift up, lower down onto our plank on our forearms. And we're going to lift up into our plank. And we're going to bend the elbows, lower down, and lift up. Switch arms so that we're alternating which arm goes up and which arm goes down. We're just moving slowly. We're going to do one more. Nice, then find that plank. Bring the weight forward, lower down all the way into the belly. Bring the toes onto the floor, pull the shoulders back, lift up to cobra, and come back down to the belly, push back to child's pose. Take a breather here in your child's pose. Keep your arms out in front of you if that's where they feel good. Bring them down by your body if that feels better. Catch your breath here. Observe what's happening in your body. Observe what kind of feeling you have in your arms. My arms feel like they've done some work. I hope you feel the same way. Just slowly start coming back to your body. And walk our hands toward our feet. Bring the feet to the side, find a comfortable seat on the mat. And close your eyes. Take a breath or two here. If you'd like to stay an extra minute or two here in a seated position or lie down on your mat, feel free to do that. If there's anything else your body is asking for, listen to it. This is a great time to learn to listen to what's happening within your body. I want to say thank you for joining today, and I'll see you again tomorrow.